Hey everybody, welcome to Around the Twist. Yeah, if you're watching my YouTube channel, you might notice that this is episode 7, part 1, take 2. The first take, evidently the sound didn't record. Don't know why, just didn't. It gives me a little warning when it does that, but it usually has the sound with it, so, odd. And I didn't notice it until after it was uploaded to YouTube, so I quickly deleted it, and we're recording again. So yeah, welcome back. I have finished object to show you, although you saw it last week, but not in its full blocked glory. There it is. Yay! It's the Charlotte's Web. Completely done, blocked, beautiful. I did take measurements for you guys. Sorry, I gotta pull my shirt down here. That rode up. I took measurements for you guys before I blocked it. It was 6 feet across the top, wingspan, tip to tip, and 3 feet from down the center back. And now that it's blocked, because I think I was probably like some medieval torturer in another life, I had someone liken the way I block things to stretching people on the rack. So, because of the way I block it, it grew quite a bit. It's now 8 feet across the top and 4 feet down the center back. When I wear it around my shoulders, the point actually hits my calves, like below my knees, and it's just huge and massive, and it's a blanket, and I love it. I love it so, so much. I don't know if I showed you a close-up of the edging from last week, so you're going to get another little close-up show of it. See? Lovely, lovely little edging here. It's just, you reverse the order that you did the colors in the shawl. So, it's a row of single crochet in color 5, another row of single crochet in color 4, and then I think you do 2 different rows in color 3, this bobble row here in color 2, and then a single crochet around the edge in color 1. So it's big, it's beautiful, I love it, it's completely done. It smells good because I used soak. I think I used the citrus scent of soak. But yay, that's done. I want to make another one. I want to make like 6 more, and I don't know why. It was such an addictive pattern, and the fact that when you're starting to get sick of one color, it's time to change out for the next one. So yeah, since this is take 2, I need more coffee. This is actually, my coffee this week is actually from my cousin's coffee shop, Cabin Coffee Company up in Clear Lake and Mason City, Iowa. I think they're opening a 3rd branch. I'm not sure where though. But this particular flavor, they roast their own beans right there in the store in front of you, and flavor it for you while you're waiting, and then you walk out with your pound of coffee. It's actually pretty cool. But the flavor of theirs that I really, really like is their Angel Whispers in their medium roast. And it's chocolate and Irish cream together, and it's just so smooth and wonderful. Some of their other coffee gets a little bit strong for me because they do what they call cowboy coffee, kind of the whole, if you throw a horseshoe in the pot and it stands up, it's done. Yeah, it's a little strong for my taste usually, but this is absolutely wonderful, and I'll have a link for that in the show notes. Okay, Christmas knitting. Dad, go away. I'll let you know when you can come back. The big gray sock is still a single big gray sock. However, the foot is now out to 8 inches, and I need to check on my my little tables that I have in a couple different books to see how much further I have to go before I start the toe. I know there's one in Charlene Church's Sensational Knitted Socks, and I know Yarn Harlot has one in her Knitting Rules book. But Dad wears between a 10.5 and an 11. So I'm not quite sure how much further I have to go. I know it's getting close because it's looking. I tried it on me the other night, and I wear an 11 women's, so that's like a 9 men's, and it's getting close to where I'd need to start the toe on me. So I don't know, maybe another inch? I'll look it up. But hopefully I'll have one complete sock for you next week, I hope. It's really hard for me to knit on this at home because the light is so dim and it's such a dark yarn. Even if I have every light blazing in my living room, it's just not enough light. So I only work on these at work. And it's still the Patton's Croy sock, the 4-ply in the Gentry Gray. And I'm using my Knit Picks Harmony DPNs in, I think it's a 1.5, so the 2.5 millimeter over 72 stitches. And it's coming out, it's such a solid, thick, cushy sock. It makes good boy socks. So, yay, that. I have strayed from the path. I know I showed you guys this last week, but I kind of told myself I wasn't going to work on anything besides Christmas knitting until the Christmas presents were done. Well, I showed you this last week. This is my stockinette sock for work. It's in one of the Opal Rainforest colorways, the Peacock colorway. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the German because putting a P and an F together, I don't know how to pronounce that, and I'd rather not make a fool of myself. So, yeah, that's about twice as long as it was last week. I was kind of feeling a little under the weather this weekend and kind of icky and oogie, so all I could concentrate on was stockinette. So yeah, that grew. And evidently, it wasn't only stockinette I could concentrate on. Oh, those are on the size 1 metal Knit Picks needles. So the 2.25 millimeter over 72 stitches, plain old stockinette sock with a 1x1 ribbing at the top. Plain vanilla sock recipe. So yeah, I have strayed from the path with that, and I opened the drawer to put more leftover sock yarn bits from the Charlotte's Web shawl into the pile of leftovers that I have. Most of those little balls look kind of like this. Just leftovers. They're little sad balls of sock yarn that are, I think they're multiplying in the drawer when I'm not looking, because it seemed like there was a lot more in there when I opened the drawer. But I decided, you know what, something needs to be done about this. So I started looking for crochet patterns online, and I started crocheting little flower hexagon looking things. And hang on, I've done all of these. I have no clue how many of these I've done. I grab a ball of yarn, I grabbed my G hook that I have. What is that? That's a 4 millimeter G. I just use a Susan Boy. I'm not picky with my crochet hooks because I don't crochet that much. And I've just kind of gone to town with, see, there's the faulty dyer from the Charlotte's Web and Dragon Dance. I've just kind of gone to town and I can churn one of these out in 7-8 minutes, and I went nuts this weekend. And I did all of these, and I've got this idea in my head that the next Blue Moon order I make, I'm going to order probably 3 or 4 skeins of the Shadow out of the Raven Clan colorways, the black on black, so the really, really black one, and use that to single crochet or crochet join these all together. So even though they don't really go together, it'll look, in my head, this is what I'm thinking, it'll look kind of like stained glass with the black leading around it. And I think it'll look, in my head, the picture looks really pretty. I don't know how it's actually going to turn out, though. So we'll see. It might end up being the absolute butt ugliest thing ever, but I will love it to death anyway, because it will remind me of all the socks and the things I've knit out of it. It's not just going to be out of socks that rock either. Everything that I've crocheted up has been socks that rock, but there will be other stuff in there because I have knit with other stuff. I know I've got some Opal and some Brooks Farm, and I don't even know what all else is in there. But as I finish socks, I'll just make more hexagons and join them on the edge, and it'll be fabulous. So yeah, that's been my straying from the path. And then over on Plurk, Knit Kimber Knit wanted to see what I was going to be spinning next. So we're running a little short on this little 10-minute segment, so I guess it's going to be a 2-parter, which part 2 is already up. Hi, my little mess up. And we'll talk about that in a bit. I will see you guys in a couple minutes.